Hi everyone, today we're going to take a short Pilates flow that uses the exercise ball. So go ahead and grab your ball if you don't have it nearby, and then we're going to start with some bridging using the ball. So we're going to go ahead and lay on our back, placing our just above our heels, our low back of our shins up on the ball. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead from our neutral pelvis position. We're going to lengthen out so that the legs are straight, and we're going to roll up. So I'm going to do my imprinting, rolling up through my back to get to the top of my bridge. I'm looking for a diagonal all the way down through the feet to my shoulders, and then I'm going to roll back down, starting in my sternum, bringing my hips down last. So again, I'm going to exhale as I roll on up. Inhaling when I get to my top, and then I'm going to exhale to lower down. Let's do that a couple more times. Exhaling, rolling on up. Trying to press evenly between both legs. Inhaling at the top. Exhaling to lower down. Inhaling here. Exhale, rolling on up. Inhale. Exhaling, lowering back on down. Let's take it twice more. Exhaling, rolling on up. Inhaling. Exhaling back down. And one more time. Exhaling, rolling on up. Inhaling. And exhaling back down. Good. So we can also do this with more of a bent leg and press and lift from here. There's some different challenges to that. So let's go ahead and take that. So this bridge is going to have a little less rolling, a little more just hovering, lifting the hips straight on up. I'm going to press down into the backs of my hips, lifting up, and then lowering my pelvis. I want to keep my rib cage closed in the front. Exhaling as I press and lift up, and exhaling back down. Exhaling, pressing to lift on up. Exhaling down, and again, exhaling, hips stay level, watching that. You can always put your hands on your hips. Exhaling down, we're going to do two more. Exhale, pressing to lift, and lowering back on down. And one more time, exhaling to press and lift, inhaling to lower down. Good, just bring the knees in towards the chest. You can keep them on the ball, but do a little rock side to side, giving those hamstrings a little break. We're going to take one more little variation of our bridges here. So we're going to roll up with the legs straight again. This time what we're going to do is we're pressing to the heels, and we're going to drag that ball in and then press it back out. And again, we'll drag it in, pressing out, dragging in, pressing out, drag in, out, last two, in, out, one more, in, out. Good, lowering down. Good. From here, let's take the legs into the chest. Again, a little rock side to side. We'll go ahead and come up to sitting. We're going to do a little work where we sit on the ball for some core stability. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and roll down the ball, walking our feet on out, and then just taking a little walk back on up. I'm just going to adjust them a little more center in the screen as I roll out. Good. So here we're going to roll out, and we're going to keep our hips lifted. So my bottom is not on my ball. I want to try and keep, not have my bottom dropping down towards the ball, but I want to try and lift on up from here. We're going to take our hands behind the head, and we're going to take some small little mini crunches here, exhaling on the way up. And what I'm trying to do here as I do these small crunches is really think about my upper abdominals, staying strong, little exhale each time I pulse up. And what I also want to think about is lifting from my hamstrings on the back of my legs. So each time I'm pulsing and lifting up, I'm not letting my hips drop down and lower, but I'm fighting with that. I'm using my low abdominals and my hamstrings to keep that lift up. Let's take 4, 3, 2, one more, and then we're going to keep our right hand behind your head, left hand to your left hip. We're going to do spiral A little spiral for the obliques. What I'm trying to do now is really lift from that side where my hand is so that I don't dip down and drop into my hip on that side. 5, 4, 3, 2. Each time I come up, I'm exhaling. That was our last one there. Let's take our hand to the other side. Exhaling, coming up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to let the weight of my head really rest into my hand. 9 and 10. From there, I'm going to go ahead and just roll back up for a moment. You can use your hands if you'd like, and we're going to stretch over the legs forward down here. Give the head a little shake out. You can even shift the hips a little side to side to get a little deeper stretch. And then I'm going to come back up. I'm going to roll back out. And this time, once I roll out, again, I want to be out far enough my head can rest easily on the ball. I'm going to come to the ball of a foot, so I'm on the ball of my right foot right now. I'm going to do a little lift and lower. I'm going to come to the ball of my left foot. I want to keep lifting my abdominals and lower. So what I'm trying to do here is keep support on that hamstring side. And then I'm going to come to the ball of my other leg, little lift, lower. What I'm trying to not do is kind of like do a super huge and fling it up. I want to go slower and more controlled, so I really have to access my low abdominals and my hamstring strength. And a little lift. Try not to let my bottom dip down as I lift the other leg. So I'm going to lift and lower to the ball of my foot first. Engage the core, lift, lower. One more time. And lower. And lift, lower. We'll roll on up again. Try not to use the hands if you can. Coming back to sitting. Up and nice and tall, stretching over those legs, and then coming back on up. From here, we're going to go ahead and take some work with our ball in the legs. So what we're going to take here is a couple of our abdominal exercises. And so we're going to do this version, this kind of crazy version of our double leg stretch. We're going to pass the ball to my hand, and then I'm going to reach it away, and then I'm going to pass it back, and I'm going to reach away. I want to keep this really strong. And here, I don't want to arch in my mid-back. I want to feel my mid-core pulling down and in, exhaling as I reach away. Exhaling out, back in, out, in. We're going to reach one more time. And in, and last one, reaching away, in. Good. From there, we're going to bring our right leg in, left leg out. We're going to hold the ball back while we do our single leg stretch and change. Exhaling each change. Change, change, change. Good. Inhale, exhale, change. You can always let the head rest down for modification if you're feeling it too much in the head and neck. One more. And one more left. And resting down from here. Let the ball rest for a second to the side as we bring the knees into the chest, breathing into the belly. Good. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and come on up. Take it to our side. Taking a little kneeling stretch with our arm over the ball. I'm going to stretch on out. I'm going to take a nice side stretch here, and I can take a hold of my top leg or top arm and give a little stretch. I want to try, even though if I'm giving a little stretch with that arm, I want to try to keep my shoulder blades on the back. Good. And then we can take a little side sit up here, a little side. Good. Core is closed. Trying to feel that right here in the side, my obliques. And one more. Then I'm going to stretch it down again and over. And then I'm going to come down, changing around to my second side, giving the ball a little hug. And first taking that stretch over, again, space between the ears, even though I get a little nice lengthening. And then a little side sit up. Feeling that nice crunch in that space between my ribs and my pelvis. Ribs are closed on the front here, so I'm not splaying in my back. And then we'll come ahead and stretch it down one more time. And taking to finish with just a little stretch out. I'm going to back up more so I don't roll off camera. We're going to stretch on out to a plank to roll back a little bit more in the space I have. Yes. So in this plank here, I can take some push-ups. I want to keep lifting in my low belly. Right. The lower down the legs the ball is, as you do your push-ups, a little more challenging they will be. We can also then try and pull the knees underneath for a little crab, and then pressing back out. Pull the knees on in, extending back on out, pulling knees in, stretching out, 2 more. Knees out, and 1 more, and back out. Good. Stretching down, taking a stretch over the ball to finish with, and I'm just readjusting so I don't go off camera. Take that stretch, you can let the head hang, try to let the hips float to the top of the ball, you can give the head a shake out, you can try and let the low back relax, knees are soft, just hanging over that ball. And then for today, that is where we will go ahead and finish. So thank you so much for joining us, and until next time, have a great day.